Good morning, everyone. It is August 14th, 2025. I hope you guys are all doing well this morning. It is Thursday. So, yeah, hey, I see a lot of your energy in the chat. Beautiful. You guys are uplifting each other. I love to see that. I also see someone out there, Mojo's Mama B. I do want to address your question out there. So the Discovery course, it does say Discovery course. That is actually the 6-month reading. I'm glad you're bringing it up. That is the 6-month reading. That is pre-recorded, so that's not face-to-face. I'll hold it up for you, but that's 6-month reading forecast video that I send to you. And you can get a discount on that if you contact my email and get a link for those other options of payment. Also, I am now adding a next for the 4 weeks. You can get a 4-week reading instead of, if you don't want a whole 6 months, you can also, excuse me, you could do 4 weeks actually too. So you can just get like the month ahead and see what's ahead for you for the next 4 weeks in a report. So I do a pre-recorded video. Well, I'm losing my voice. I'm talking too much as of lately. But anyways, the 4 weeks energy reading you can also get. So it's all on my website. But no, that is not face-to-face. What I'm doing now is with those readings, which I'm doing them all the time. That's kind of why my voice is a little weak today. But anyways, it's so that I can really channel in on your energy and tap in and see what comes through for each month. Sometimes when we're face to face, I am finding that because frequency is changing, we're all evolving. I feel like I can truly meditate and zone in on the information and your energy even more, even stronger when I do the pre-recorded. And then I send you that report, so it comes right to you. But it's really exciting. I love doing that. So now you can also, not only the 6-month, but you can just get a 4-week report as well. So all of that's on my website. The one-on-ones are still available. I do have the Zooms one-on-one as well, still on the website. Always will be there. But hey, good to see you guys here. I'm glad we took care of that. And yeah, my voice, I apologize today. It's a little bit weak. It keeps going in and out. I've been doing a lot of readings lately and a lot of talking. And that's what happens. So yeah, but I'm glad it's Thursday. We're getting closer to the weekend, and that will be the time to really engage. And I don't know if you guys have you guys felt this Schumann resonance, this energy, this frequency? Because the past few days I have really gotten a lot of downloads. It's a lot stronger, my intuition for sure. So wow, it's powerful. I know that Connie was out there. She was talking about it earlier. It's just so strong, these frequencies. So we are evolving as a planet all together as a collective. But I think that it is very important what I've been incorporating. And I'm not telling you guys what to do ever, but I think that maybe take a few days off during the week of disconnection from technology as much as you can, especially during your work hours or whenever you really need your focus, and you don't need other distractions. Limiting distractions is a huge, huge plus. Like once you do that, your downloads come in even stronger. You're just more grounded, you're focused, you're just in your frame. And that's another thing I wanted to talk about today. I might as well just talk about it now. But I also have a class that I've been doing since April of this year. So we have a group already that comes every Saturday morning, 11:30 Eastern Standard Time. There will be more signups if you wanted to get in on this. It's only $33, but that starts on the 30th of this month, the next class. And I'm doing a very special meditation this Saturday morning. It's the candle meditation, my favorite, with a flame, and practicing the focus, practicing being in your frame and all distractions. The whole world just zones out. So it's putting you in your own frame of your own concentration and that space just between you and that candle flame. But what it does is it's with practice, it's training you to do that automatically. And it's a meditation technique that I have incorporated in my life for many years now. Even before I was doing all this stuff, I didn't realize that's what it was doing for me, but it was enhancing my abilities because it was really putting me in my frame, in my own zone, And once you're in that zone, you enter the flow state. So it's just a technique, but if you do it every single day or any other techniques that are similar and really practice that every day, you are going to enhance your intuition, your abilities, your connection with source, with the divine. So it's really important to practice that every day, whatever it is that you love to do that puts you in your zone, in your frame. If you are interested, you can also contact me at starcanishores@gmail.com. Like I said, August 30th, the new class begins. So you might want to get in on that. It's pretty fun. It's a group of us that we meet every Saturday, and it's beautiful. So yeah, there you go. All right, well, I took care of that. Thank you, Mama B out there in the chat. You started that subject I wanted to cover anyways. But hey, we have a lot of things I wanted to go over. Remember the past few weeks, I think maybe over a month now, I mentioned that in my channeling, I do a lot of channeling outside in the sun on the lounge chair. That's my favorite. But also what I was gathering, just like the tsunami and all of the earthquake, all that stuff. Yes, hurricanes are coming as well. But what I'm getting at right now is the skin irritant. When I kept saying, I think I might have the banner still when I wrote it down. But the skin irritant. All right, so here's what I predicted. Contamination attack possibility in the water causing severe illness or skin rash. So something with the skin, I kept picking up that there would be something going on there. And then I found a report just yesterday, and I'm going to share screen with that. There actually is an outbreak. So I don't know if this is what I was sensing, but it's a flesh-eating bacteria, and people have actually died. I met 3 people. I'm sorry, correct me if I'm wrong. Actually, I think it's more than 3. But anyways, it's in 3 states, and it is a bacteria that actually eats away at the flesh. And it is on that article, it's just so small, Vibula. I think it's called Vibula bacteria, something like that. But it is some sort of outbreak in a few states right now. And I have a feeling that this is what I was detecting in my channeling. I do want to pull cards on this. I want to see how serious is this. Is it actually going to take over the whole country? Is this going to be contained? Is it going to be stopped? I'm going to try to zoom in on that a little bit more. I might have said it incorrectly, but it's called Vibrio volanificus or something like that. For years, media outlets and some medical officials have described the organism as flesh-eating bacteria because some infections can lead to necrotizing fasciitis when the flesh around an open wound dies. Some people who develop a severe case require limb amputation, and that's pretty much it. Okay, 10 people, 10 people have died in 3 states because of the potentially deadly bacteria Vibrio volanificus, as of Thursday, officials said. So yeah, it looks like it is spreading among 3 states. Anyone in the chat, if you guys have heard anything about this in your state, throw your input out there. But I want to look into this. We're going to pull cards right now. Will this be contained? Because when I was channeling weeks ago, I was picking up that the water would become contaminated and some sort of skin irritant. So I'm hoping it doesn't spread by water or in the water. But anyways, let's just take a look. How is this going to go? Will it be contained? We have the Tower card. We have the Knight of Wands. All right. So it looks like it's in progress right now, that they are trying to contain this. There's the Tower card. They're trying to cleanse, eliminate this. We do have the 2 of Cups, so they are working and collaborating to get rid of this. We have the 6 of Wands. We also have the Lover's card and the Empress. There will be a healing, but I do have a feeling with the Knight of Wands and the Tower card also, the other message that I'm picking up is that it will spread to other states. So it's going to spread more, but then I do feel eventually it will be contained, but it will spread more. So that's unfortunate. Anything about water, I want to know, will it be in the water? Some sort of water contamination that I was picking up. We have the Emperor. We do have that. So yeah, there is some sort of water contamination threat going on here as well. So there's a lot of behind the scenes things that are happening here. But the spreading of that specific bacteria, I am getting a yes, that it is going to spread among other states, unfortunately. So just be cautious, take precautions. Let's take a look in the chat. I am going to pull some questions from the chat. Raven's wings, that's a great question. Are the chemtrails what's introducing that bacteria? Let's take a look. Are the chemtrails introducing that bacteria? Here we go. So yeah, the Hermit card, we have the Four of Pentacles. Yeah, definitely. So this is all on purpose, of course. But yeah, definitely. The chemtrails are a part of this. That's very interesting, Raven's wings. So the chemtrails, we've got the Seven of Pentacles. That's past energy. So this was planned, obviously. So they're trying to stop it. They're trying to get it under control. But unfortunately, this is one of their premeditated and planned, attacks on our people, unfortunately. Let's see what else is in the chat. Thank you, Raven's Wings. I appreciate that. I'm going to look in the chat. I saw something about California. I know that you guys are having a lot of the military are there, our military guys. So we can pull on that. And I think it's good. I'll just say I do think it's a good thing. Get some things under control out there. And Gavin Newscomb as well. But anyways, let's do a poll for California. Now Susan is in Northern California. And let's just look in the whole state. All right. There's also another question that came through, which I already have it in a banner. And it does involve California. So we might as well pull that one up too. Go all the way down here. Here we go. So here's the other question. So we're going to do a poll on California in itself, but also on this question. There are rumors out there that California and Washington and Idaho are going to actually break off and create other states like Greater Idaho or Greater California. There are rumors of this. Okay, I'm not sure where it's coming from, but plenty of you have come to me in the emails and have asked me to ask this question, so I'm going to. So will California, we're going to start there because I want to do a full reading on California. We might as well do it on the other two states as well. So here we go. California. Will California be broken? Will they break it off? There's rumor that they're going to do something around San Francisco, possibly break it off there. Let's take a look. Are they going to do this, breaking and making another state? So we have the Ace of Pentacles. Okay, so it is actually part of some plan here. We have the Ace of Pentacles there. That is a given, absolute yes. Okay, so I do think there will be a new, like Steve in the chat is saying, a new California. So I do believe that is true. I do believe there will be new territory, that they're going to break it off and create it as another part, another state. Okay. Let's take a look in the chat. I saw something else. Hundreds of military yesterday in Northern California. Okay, we'll look into that. We're going to do a poll right now on California, just the state. Let me get back to comments. Harley Ray Crystals, shout out to you. Good to see you here. Let's see. So for California in itself, just as a state, we haven't done it in a while. So let's just look at the future of California. I have been there. I was there, and I'm going back next week, actually. So let's take a look. How is California's energy in the future? Queen of Cups, nurturing energy. It's still going to take a while, though. This is not going to be some quick rebirth, okay? There is also some disaster that they will claim to be natural, but it is not. So the Ten of Swords, Ace of Wands, I feel it's a betray of the people, the betrayal of the land, disaster. But there's death and rebirth, obviously, here. So there will be some sort of disaster. And then after that disaster, and I do think it is an earthquake. I do think it has something to do with water as well. Okay, so I do think it's a mix of things. It's not just one episode, but there are things that are going to happen, devastation and then rebirth. So it's going to get, unfortunately, a little bit worse before it gets better. That's the energy I'm picking up. But it is rebirth energy, and that's the way to bring something back to life, is to bring it down and then rebuild it back up. So that's the energy we're still getting. We're still getting that it's going to take a long time, but it's in recovery. You know, we've got Trump, and Trump is definitely going to make California great again, for sure. Now, what about Washington and Idaho? Because there's rumor about Washington and Idaho. I believe you guys were coming to me because I don't know who, but someone out there in this community has said this. So let's just see, is Washington going to break off and create another part of another state? Here we go. Ace. Okay. All right. So it does look like, oh my gosh, we have someone at my door. This is live. Hey, stop barking. All right, so this is a live show, and that's just what happens. But anyways, so Washington, yes, will. Also, there's a plan for Washington. Okay, so they are going to affect Washington. They are going to break that off and do something there. Now, when it's planned, this is something that's planned. Is it actually going to happen, though? Is this actually going to happen where Washington is going to break off? So let's take a look. And I'm sorry about my dog if you guys heard her. She's so loud. But someone knocked on my door, and they shouldn't. I don't know who it is. But anyway, we have death and rebirth. And then we have the Knight of Wands, and then the Six of Cups. So I don't think it's actually going to happen for Washington. Even though it's part of some plan right now, I don't think Washington is going to split. I don't. I think the only one is California. I don't think Washington or Idaho, in my, energy of what I'm picking up. But let's pull on it. We'll pull on Idaho. Let's take a look. Let's pull on Idaho. Is Idaho going to break off? Are they going to do it to Idaho as well? Here we go. Queen of Wands, Two of Cups. Again, they're collaborating, trying to make this happen. Let me see. Will this actually happen? Yes, it's a plan. Will this actually happen for Idaho? Here we go. No. No, it is not. Okay. I'm telling you, I think the only one that has real potential here is California, for them to actually deliberately cause a crazy disaster to break it. And then, but it's all planned. It's all set up. But you know what I mean? They're going to make it seem like this terrible thing happened and a big disaster, chaos, devastation. And that's how they're going to do it. It's not going to be peaceful, unfortunately. But let's take a look at the questions in the chat. What do you guys have for me? And super chats are always welcome, but you don't have to. But let's take a look in the chat. Connie Phillips saying, I agree. I think dark flailing about Newscomb. You guys are talking about Newscomb. We know the real one's already gone, but we need to bring down his name, his reputation, everything. Let's bring him down for everything he's done. All right. And then there's another person I want to attack in just a second. Besides Newscomb, and you guys probably already heard. Okay, here's one. Before we get into the next person I just mentioned. Oregon from Kimmy Turner. So Oregon to be Idaho as well. Will that ever happen? Will Oregon ever become with Idaho? Here we go. Let's take a look. It's a pretty good question. You know, thinking outside the box. Let's take a look. The Sun card, the Five of Cups, the King of Pentacles. Okay, so I don't think so. I don't think so. But it's a good question. You never know. But no. Oregon, I'm not picking up any energy. I'm not getting that anything they're going to even deal with or do anything with Oregon. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. Let's see. Anything else? All right, we're going to move on now to another subject. You guys probably heard that Melania is going after Hunter, which this is fun, but for a billion. There's a $1 billion bounty on Hunter Biden for false claims that Melania and Epstein, and there's a connection. I think he was on, he's on some show. I saw it, an interview, and he's just, saying stuff about Melania and Epstein and how Trump and that's how they met. Epstein introduced them or something like that. But then some other things too. But yeah, he's going down. Okay, so Hunter, Melania is going to go after him for sure. He's going down. So this came out maybe like 15 hours ago or something. But anyways, I want to pull cards on it because it's fun. Any comments in the chat, throw it in there. It's fun. Let's just do the outcome for Hunter. All right, we know that, well, I feel, and I know a lot of you feel, that the real Hunter has already been taken care of, already dead and gone. But let's just see the outcome of the situation, the movie that we're watching. Okay. Hunter Biden. So the one that's playing Hunter Biden is being sued by Melania for $1 billion for false claims about Melania and Epstein, and some link. Yeah, that's what he said. There's a link. There's a video. There's stuff. So, is there any stuff? Is there anything on Melania regarding Epstein? Is there a link? Is there a video? Here we go. We get the death card. No, there's nothing. So everything he's saying we know is a lie. We've got the Queen of Swords. That would be Melania's energy. We've got the Six of Pentacles. There's the money. Yeah, so he's going to be taken. This is one entrance I'm hearing. This is one entrance to where they're going to defame and get into everything about Hunter now. So everything's going to be open to attack him now because of this little stunt that he did in this video. So now they're going to go after him for all the other stuff, the laptop stuff, everything that he got away with, but previously is all going to come back up. Okay. So this will be good. This is a good part of the movie, another part to be entertained by. Yeah, Two of Swords. Will this lead to the arrest of whoever is playing Hunter Biden? Here we go. Oh, yeah. Knight of Wands. Absolutely. Yep. Definitely. And now that everything's happening in D.C. as well, and then we're going to see more military across the U.S., every place that was going to, have sanctuary cities or that did, that's where we're going to see a lot of military, or we're going to see a lot of action, but also I feel that the arrests are going to start. All of that stuff against the Clintons and everybody else, retribution, everything that we've been waiting for. Now it's go time. It has to be. But yeah, that's what's happening over there with Melania. Take him down. Take Hunter down. Whoever's playing him. Let's see what else is out there. So Pat Mohler, one of our soul tribers out there, he was asking, are the arrests going to start now since the National Guard is in place in D.C.? So let's just take a look. Let's just ask it. Here we go. Yep. The beautiful Sun card and the awesome King of Cups. Because Daddy's home. That's why. Yep. And then we've got the Strength card. The Leo energy, the dominance, the takedowns. Yeah, definitely. The Lion, which is Trump. All right. Absolutely. Absolutely. It has to be. It's all set in place. All set in place. Let's see. Anything in the chat? Go ahead and throw it in there. And also on, I think it was Fox and Friends, they're having a little sit down with Don Jr. and Eric Trump. And this is what they said. I just took note of it. But they were speaking about the financial system, how it's been a broken banking system for so long. And they actually said, I think it was Don Jr., said the new financial system is around the corner. So they were really talking about the economy, financial system, about Trump, about New York, how it's going to have to be cleaned up, and the leadership and all of that. But absolutely, this is good news. This is great that they're circulating this. They're finally bringing it up. I think we're closer now than ever for the new financial system. So let's pull on that. The new financial system. Here we go. Four swords. That's air. We have air, fire, water. I'm going to ask for a zodiac time frame. So this is very near. We've been seeing, me and Jason on our videos, when we do the financial segment, we've been seeing that there is, it's jumping, it's increasing. And I believe it increased, correct me if I'm wrong. But the last time I looked at it, it did increase from our reading on Sunday. It did go up. But now we're getting, for this reading, the new financial system, I am getting a lot of Sagittarius. I'm also getting Scorpio. So is it this fall of 2025? Here we go. Yeah, 9 of Wands, 6 of Swords, victory. Absolutely. Allison Goodwin out in the chat. I like what you're saying out there. XRP and Ripple NDAs still in play, hence Don Jr. and Eric avoid speaking truth about XRP. The XRPL and Ripple all connected to the new financial system. Yes, that is correct. I have seen that as well. They don't really talk about it. They avoid it. But as a whole, crypto, they love. And as a whole, that's how they speak of it. The whole crypto, everything. Gold and silver as well. So that's good. That's good news. And that's really all we need. But it's all going to come around. We've got Remember November by Harley Rae. Yep, November. So I do think it is the fall because I keep getting Scorpio. I'm getting Scorpio in previous readings as well. Even in your personal readings, when I do your 6-month readings, a lot of you are having really good financials this fall. It's happening. Like I see it in October, November, especially. So we'll see how it plays out. But awesome. Let's see if I have any other topics I have in my banners. Let's see. Oh, here's another question that came through about the Democratic Party. I don't really have to pull cards on this one. I really confidently feel that the Democratic Party will be gone by 2028. I don't have to pull cards on that one. But absolutely. Absolutely. As well as other things like the IRS will be gone way before that, hopefully by 2026. I keep getting questions about that every single day, almost every single reading. So I keep getting the same questions and I keep getting confirmation that it's near us. It's this year or early next year. As you know, Spirit they don't know time. They don't go by time. Even zodiacs, they're not really giving clear-cut answers on that as well. But I do my best to really feel it. And what I'm feeling is the end of 2025, early 2026, IRS completely gone. But anyways, guys, thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate it. I am going to do a poll since it's Thursday. Let's just take a general reading. What messages does Spirit want to share with all of us as a collective as we move into the weekend? So let's get a message. What is the message as we move into the weekend? Here we go. 10 of Pentacles. There you go. There's all your gold and silver. 10 of Pentacles and crypto. 7 of Pentacles. Let's see where this is leading, though. The serious question about this. So this is more interpersonal, actually. It is Spirit reminding us about our relationships and our connections. And also, so not only, this is what it ended with, the Lovers and the 10 of Pentacles to start. So it is associated with family and relationships, those that you are in close connection with. Okay. Then you have the 7 of Pentacles, Page of Pentacles, and the Devil card. So there's a lot of individuals, as we know, with this energy, especially with the Schumann resonance going crazy. And we're all feeling it, and we're trying to balance our energy and, really go within. A lot of other people, there's a lot of them out there that are oblivious to all the changes, and you'll see a lot of people project. Okay, so the Devil card is there representing projection. So if you are experiencing a difficult time right now with a loved one, a family, a friend, doesn't matter, anyone that you love, and they are projecting, or they are placing blame, or they're just in a very negative state of mind, this is part of, we talked about this, I believe, on Sunday, but there's a great divide still happening. This is like another awakening. It's another activation. It's not to hurt anyone, but it is to deactivate and disconnect from those that punch at you that are just very negative, that they can't be in your frequency any longer. You naturally will have to push back from these people. Anyone that drains your energy, you'll naturally just push them back. You may not even have to say it or claim it. It's just naturally going to happen. There is a great divide going on. It is affecting families, loved ones, everybody. It's affecting everybody. So you will find yourself, even if you didn't speak it and tell the person, I got to take time away now. Even if you're not saying that, you're naturally going to end up doing that anyways, depending on frequency. So whatever your frequency, wherever it stands, that's where you're going to migrate to. Your energy will flow with those individuals where your frequency lies. So all of you, very high frequency. I see Harley out there seeing Sage Amount. Yeah, you definitely, and you'll notice, here's the thing about Sage, I've said it years ago too. You'll notice that those that are in a very negative, egotistical, projecting, hurtful energy, they don't like sage. They don't like incense. They don't like Palo Santo. They don't like any of it. They complain about it. Okay, so that's when, if you're not sure if someone, just see if they like it. If they don't like it, then that's your cue. But no, I'm just playing. But anyways, you have to be careful of your connections, especially right now as we are ascending. Everyone's ascending, but we're all kind of finding our places now. And so there's just no tolerance for the behavior, for abuse, for any kind of projection towards you. And just send them off, and then understand that projection is because they're very hurt inside, and they didn't do any work on themselves. They didn't look at themselves, So never take it personally. Just separate yourself from that person. And then there's energy vampires, and they're usually not mean or anything, but they're energy vampires, and they just want constant attention, or they just need validation. They feel they are very lonely, or they'll speak that they're very lonely. But remember that if you claim you're lonely, this is something I learned from a mentor of mine years ago. When you claim that you're lonely, you are admitting to your soul, to source, to the universe, you're admitting that you don't like your own company, that you don't love your own company. To admit that you're lonely. Yes, lonely is a thing, but you have to enjoy the time by yourself too, and enjoy that and embrace that. See the beauty in that. But yeah, anyone that's draining your energy, being an energy vampire, they need to be, at least separated from your energy and your goals, your motivation. Don't lose your momentum. Keep going for what you want. And I think that's why the 10 of Pentacles showed up in this reading, because it's about your goals and your 10. What is your 10? A 10 is the completion, that your goal, where you're headed, your future, what you see, your vision. So keep moving towards that. But yeah, I think that's the message for all of us today as a collective. I'll be back on Sunday. But thank you all so very much. I do have to get going because I have a reading very shortly. But thank you all so much. And again, if you would like to schedule a personal reading, make sure to go to arcanashores.net. Not only do I have the new 6-month readings, but you can also get weekly readings. So you could get a reading for the next 4 weeks. And it's right there on the website. But thank you all so very much, and I'll see you guys Sunday. You guys have a great weekend. Bye.